All right, we're gonna work the Asterisk Footwork. Not only are these ankles applied obviously for standing in various positions or on your back or on the ground, they're also laid on the ground that will guide our hips and our footwork. So that's the first drill we're gonna work. We're going to work on just angle 1, so if we step forward, I'm going to have a retracting motion first. I'm going to step forward with my right, and I'm going to retract. I'm going to cross step forward on my right and retract. Then I'm going to step off 45 right, 45 left, lateral right, lateral left, diagonal back right, diagonal back left, straight back, and cross step. So notice on the straight line, forward and back, I've added 2 steps rather than single. You can later on not only step with this leg diagonal left, I can step with this leg, but it's generally in a transition when I'm moving to another position. Okay? All right, first drill. So let's do the same drill just with a heavier stick. Obviously you could have done this with a lighter stick, or I could have done it with the lighter stick that I had prior, but just to show, you'll feel when there's a time to pull through the motion versus what I did in the prior video, which was a retracting or WITIK motion, because your joints end up fighting the weight of a heavier weapon. So we're going to do the same drill. I'm just going to slash through with each motion. 1 and reset. 1 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 reset, 1 reset, 1 reset. Okay, pull through or LOBTIK motion. Base footwork that will apply, that way you know you're always on balance. And this can differ with which foot you step with, but this is the beginning basics to give you a set foundation. So utilizing the same footwork with base blocking, inside deflection, point up, outside deflection, point up. So I'm going to step forward and do the inside deflection. Step forward with my left leg, the outside deflection. Right leg, 45, inside deflection. Left leg, 45, outside deflection. Lateral, inside deflection. Lateral, the other leg, outside deflection. Go with the left leg again, inside deflection. Right leg, outside deflection. Left leg, inside deflection. Right leg, outside deflection. Notice I'm not cross-stepping now when I step on the lateral line with the opposite leg. I'm opening my hips. Okay, we're going to change the footwork now. I'm going to give you a striking combination. This is called CAMPO 1, 2, 3, which just means from the school of 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be a forehand angle 1, a redondo on that forehand side, and then either a diagonal or a horizontal slash. Now I do the same thing from this side. Backhand, trip, vertical redondo, slash through. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice I'm just moving laterally. 1, 2, and I'm stepping laterally when I slash through. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can change the footwork next. Now we're going to work this 180 line forward and back. So I'm going to start on my backhand side, and this is the backhand, vertical, and now as I slash through, I'm going to step forward my left leg, full step forward, which turns to be 180, so now I'm on the opposite side. And I'm going to do the inward retraction, and do the vertical, and now I'm going to step again 180, swinging this leg back. So I'm going to work this 3 beats forward and 3 beats behind. So your slash through is your 180 pivot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So another variation of this is you're going to add a cross step into the same footwork we just did. This is used many times for blade because you want to move your lead leg out of the way when you're doing your redondo. just to avoid slicing your leg or worse, femoral artery. So same footwork's going to start at backhand, but now as I give the vertical, I just bring this leg back a little bit, and I still give the slash, which transitions me to the opposite side. So I stay forward for the WITIK, I move my leg out of the way, I step forward and then through for the slash. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Leg out of the way. Leg out of the way. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start on this side just so we can reverse it. Continuing with the Asterisk Footwork, changing weapons now, using a staff that is slightly above my body length and slightly wider than my grip, my width, my wingspan, and ideally this would probably be a tad shorter. So it's really personal preference, but you'll see that the angles and hand position slightly change depending on the weight and the length of the weapon. Okay, so we're gonna work a few different positions, alternating hands, right palm up, left down, reverse of that, both palm down. Personally, I don't love this position with both palms up because I feel the thumbs are in a compromised position, correlating with the angle of your arms, etc. I feel like the disarm can happen very easily and I can't generate as much power, but I will go through this when I transition, because many times when you're transitioning ends, here, switching, you're going to alternate between them. Right now we're going to go left palm down, right arm up. Okay, and we could do this as a retracting motion, or we could do it as a pull-through motion. Like that. Okay, so you want to make sure you engage the hip. That's my stopping position, so I don't just swing through like a maniac. Okay, I'm going to use the right palm up, left palm down, and we're going to do a 180 drill similar to what we did the other day with a single stick. So we're going to use a backhand to start. I'm going to give a redondo, but rather than staying on a vertical line, I'm going to come on the angle 1 line. I'm going to hold it here, lift the tip up, backhand, which brings me through to the opposite side. A WITIK, an angle 2 redondo, and a slash through angle 1. Backhand, angle 1, backhand slash through. Forehand, angle 2, forehand slash through. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to do the 4 corners, same drill. So we're going to give the backhand, redondo, slash through. Forehand, redondo, slash through. Backhand, redondo, slash through. Forehand, redondo, slash through. Back to the beginning.